How's it going, guys? Been a little while since I made a video. Thought I would make one about myself again. By the way, I'm sure you probably noticed the glasses. Xbox Jared is getting a little bit older now, so I guess gotta start wearing the glasses, but that's all right. I knew this day would come eventually. I knew this day would come when I had to wear the glasses, but I was hoping maybe I could ride it out for at least maybe like a few more years, but I can tell shit's getting kind of blurry, so these are my reading glasses. I'd like to get some better ones. I'm gonna make an appointment soon so I can get some gnarly glasses, but for right now, you're gonna have to deal with old man reading glasses, Jared. But anyways, speaking of me, I just wanted to talk to you guys about my life. How my life is different from other people on YouTube, especially white kids. Let's get into this. This is some real talk, as the black folks say. I'm not gonna act like I'm from the ghetto, but yes, you can be white and poor. Believe me, you can. It's not an oxymoron. It's not a contradiction. Down here in the South, especially, there's some poor folk. Us Southerners. You could call us rednecks if you want, but we're not all that way. We're not all inbred and named Bubba, but there are a lot of poor people in the South, and I was one of them. Growing up, you know, I'm not going to complain because I feel like being poor helped me in a lot of ways, but yeah, I didn't have much. Not as much as my friends, but I still had enough to get me going. I didn't starve, and that's the important thing. There's people out there who don't know when their next meal is going to be, and I can say that wasn't me, and so that's a good thing. I am grateful for that. But again, with that said, I didn't really have a whole lot. A lot of white kids, I'm just going to be honest, they're spoiled. They come from rich families. It's just the truth. I don't know why that is. I mean, especially in places like America, the balance between poor blacks and poor whites, it's very imbalanced, and I feel sorry for black people, really. I mean, I do. I know black people probably think white people don't give a shit about them, and I don't really blame them for thinking that, but I do think about them, and I feel sorry for them, really, I do. It's unfortunate, and I believe them when they say stuff like, the ghetto is a cage and all that crap. I believe it. I think that the way that the system is structured, I think they got screwed, and that's really unfortunate. But with that said, it's hard being white and poor because you're not going to fit in. With blacks, I've said this before in other videos, it seems like they're more connected, like they have a bigger unity within themselves. But with whites, it's not so much like that. With white people, just it's a very divided race, and it's really sad. I don't know why that is, but that's what it seems like to me, anyways. Um, but yeah, anyways, but yeah, I was basically like, I guess you would call lower class, lower to middle class, white, not white collar, but blue collar. My dad worked; he was a TV repairman. My mom stayed at home. Again, we did get food on the table, but we didn't have much. And when you don't have a lot, that teaches you to be grateful for what you do have. And I was grateful for every single thing that I had growing up. And unfortunately, a lot of people aren't. A lot of kids, when they get spoiled, they become these cucks when they grow up. They become these whiny babies because they're not used to not having their way about stuff, and so they whine. You know what I'm talking about? The people on YouTube who whine and stuff. Like I can tell those are spoiled people. Those were people who were spoiled as kids. You can kind of develop that sense when you come from nothing. When you come from little to nothing, you can develop that sense, and you can read people. Some people might call that being judgmental, but it's really not. There's some really sad man children on YouTube, and You know, it's obvious they were raised with a silver spoon in hand. You know, they got everything they wanted, and so they complain simply because they're not happy. They're spoiled rotten, and I guess it turns them into a miserable person, really, which is kind of a funny thing if you think about it, you know. You would think you'd be happy if you got everything you wanted, but these people, they're not happy. And so I just wanted to end this video by saying this. I think it's really amazing how people who live in poverty are some of the happiest people. And guys, that says a whole lot. What it basically says is that the best things in life are free, you know. You don't need stuff to be happy. You can be happy without stuff. Um, having a good, you know, relationship with other people and, you know, with God, because I'm a religious person, but it doesn't necessarily have to be religious, you know, just having a good relationship with other people. Like I said with black people, you know, they're so connected to each other. Everyone knows their name in the hood, you know, everyone knows each other. It's not like that in the suburbs. In the suburbs, you know, and I don't live in the country, by the way, I just wanted to make that known. I know I said I'm from the South, but there are suburbs in the South too, so. But yeah, it's just, it's weird, man. It is, but again, I'm grateful for what happened, and you know, people they don't know my struggle, and I can promise you guys, a lot of these spoiled kids, they wouldn't have lasted 2 weeks in my shoes. So they can act all elitist, and they can think they're better than me because of whatever reasons, but they don't know what I had to deal with growing up. They don't know my struggles, and you know, I just forgive them for that because really, you know, I'm glad they didn't have to go through what I did, even though I don't like them, and even though they annoy me, and a lot of them are rude to me. I'm still glad they didn't have to go through what I did because I'm not gonna put myself on their level. And if they want to be rude and judgmental, you know, that's on them, dude. That's on them. And I know I'm always going to be judged simply because of the way I look, or because of the way my room is, or because of this and that, but that's fine with me. I'm happy with who I am. And like I said, you know, it was my own struggles that made me the person I am today, the strong person that I am. And these haters, you know, they can keep on hating, and I know they will, but I think having, you know, um, how should I say, you know, being, I'm thinking of the right word, just having certain traits, you know, traits like mental strength and just integrity and things like that, that to me is far better than having stuff or, you know, being popular or things like that. So anyways, guys, something to think about. Thanks for watching my video, and again, I apologize for the glasses. That I don't have anything else cool or trendy to wear. So anyways, guys, make fun of me if you want. That's okay. I know I will get some comments about that. But anyways, guys, peace.